Hello, and welcome to the third day of May, Myself and I. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Carrie Fletcher. I thought I'd be able to continue this video whilst eating the donut, but I really just want to take my time enjoying this without having to worry about filming. I don't even think I can eat half and put the other half down because it will be looking at me whilst I film the rest of this video. I'm gonna try. It's not gonna work. So back when I was in War of the Worlds, last November, December, Jonny Vickers and I filmed a video which I then forgot about and never edited, and it was supposed to go up in the very beginning of this year because it was all about sort of New Year's resolutions and starting the new year. Now I've also lost that footage. I don't know what SD card it's on. Jonny, I love you and I am so sorry. It was good to chat though. But today's word is donut, and the whole idea of that video with Jonny was based around this idea of when you've got a donkey or a horse and you put a stick with a carrot dangling in front of it so that it keeps moving forward towards the carrot, but the carrot's attached to a stick that is attached to the donkey, so as the donkey moves, the carrot just moves in front of him, and it's like incentive. It's the incentive for the donkey to move forward. He's chasing the carrot. And I saw an illustration, which I'm gonna try and find, but I can't remember how I saw it, so I may have no luck. But I saw this illustration of a person in the same situation with a stick attached to their back, but what was dangling in front of it wasn't a carrot, it was a donut. And I relate to that situation. When I'm running the Vitality 10K, I feel like I should have a stick attached to my back with a donut on a string hanging in front of me. I feel like that would definitely keep me going and make me run a little bit faster at the very least. So the whole idea of the video was the question, what's your donut? What is the thing that motivates you the most? What's the thing that gets you out of bed every morning? What's the thing that keeps you moving forward towards the future? And I feel like it's a really good question to ask periodically through the year, through your life even, just to kind of keep yourself on track and focused on the things that are important to you. And sometimes those things are going to change, and you only realize they change when you ask yourself, what's my donut? What's the thing that's getting me out of bed? What's the thing that I need to focus on? What's the thing that's going to further my career, further my happiness, further my family life? What is the thing that I'm chasing? I'm just gonna have to have another bite, I'm very sorry. That's a basic Tesco's donut, which, don't get me wrong, are amazing, but no donut will ever be as good as Doughnut Time on Shaftesbury Avenue. They're dotted around London, but I like the one on Shaftesbury Avenue because it's like a hole in the wall. It's not even a shop. Like, you can literally just go past and be like, oh, I have one of them. See you later, thanks, bye. Speaking of see you later, I didn't even mean to do that, but my favourite donut is a see you later, but Sia spelt like the singer Sia, S-I-A, see you later. And it's one of their vegan donuts. I feel like that just goes to show how good their vegan donuts are if they're the ones that a non-vegan would choose above all the other ones that are filled with cream and frosting and eggs. I highly recommend Doughnut Time. I'm not sponsored by them. They haven't even gifted me anything recently, but they have gifted me things in the past. I'm just a big fangirl of Doughnut Time. Also, their marketing is just so good. Like, their Instagram is so clever. Enough about my obsession with sweetness. I get very lost in saying yes to everything, and not necessarily because I want to do it or I feel like it's a really good opportunity, but simply because I feel bad about letting people down, or I just don't like saying no. Silly things like that. And every now and again I have to go, before you answer, Fletcher, stop and think about whether this opportunity is actually worthwhile, whether it's something you actually want to do, whether it's something that will further any of your goals in life, whether that's socially, professionally, financially. Think about whether it is actually beneficial to any of the focal points in your life, and if it isn't, say no. When you lead a very busy lifestyle and you've already got a lot on your plate anyway, you need to say no to certain things to free up those little bits of time in between that you can spend with family or friends. I've had 3 friends this week text me and say, are you free on this day? Are you free in the next 2 weeks so we can meet up and just hang out and be normal human friends? And I feel so bad that I've had to say no because I've just not been good enough at figuring out what my donut is, and I've just said yes to too many things that aren't necessarily beneficial to any of the things that I am chasing in life. So my donut, or donuts, for 2019, the things that I feel are going to enhance my overall happiness in all aspects of my life are making sure I see at least 2 of my friends every month, where we just go and have dinner, or we go to the movies, or we do something that normal friends do, because I just haven't had enough time for that recently, and I miss it. I miss my friends. I miss my friends. I miss talking about normal people things, like not talking about work, talking about the other person and their work and what they're doing, or their family life, or having a gossip about things that are totally unrelated to anything that stresses me out. Running has obviously become a big thing. I feel like the more I've been running, the better I've felt in myself, not just because I'm getting exercise, but also it's a huge like mental health thing. I feel like having those little bursts of triumph and excitement when I feel like I've hit a milestone, or I've reached an achievement on my little Nike running app. I feel like that's really good to have. And again, it's nothing to do with work, it's nothing to do with stress, it's something that's just mine away from sort of everything else. And it's time to think as well. I realised that I don't like listening to music when I run, because my feet run to the beat and then I end up going too fast or too slow, and I don't like it. Audiobooks and podcasts, I've kind of tried. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince is the closest I've got to enjoying anything that I've listened to, but again, I just feel like I zone it out. I don't actually listen to it, and it annoys me when I've missed something. So I feel like I'm much better off just not wearing headphones and just running and existing and listening to my own thoughts. I really enjoy that, and I think that's really important. And running is something that I definitely want to pursue past the Vitality 10K. Like, that's kind of my goal at the moment. But once that's done, I feel like I want to find another goal, whether that's short term or long term. I want to find another running goal that I can start working towards. I want running just to be something that I do. And obviously theatre is such a huge part of my life that there's no way it couldn't be one of my donuts. The thing that I want to focus on isn't necessarily a work thing, a related thing. I feel like I've always tried to do this, but I feel like I just want to make more of an effort to do this. There is nothing better than when you have a member or members of a cast who, through things that they do or just their overall energy, make working with them and in turn everyone else a happier experience. Peter Lockyer, he was one of my Valjeans. His wife, Melanie, used to make everyone treats. It'd be like cookies or Rice Krispie treats every Saturday, and he would come round personally and deliver them every Saturday. And sometimes he'd come round with his speaker as well and play music as he delivered cookies, and stuff like that just keeps everyone going. And I just want to make more of an effort of being that person for somebody else or for everyone else. I just want to be someone that people enjoy working with. And it's not that I haven't done that before, it's just that I want to make that one of my donuts. I want to make that something that I really put effort into doing. I feel like it's important when you have a job that can be kind of quite tense and stressful, especially when you've got like a large team of people all working together every day. Sometimes it can be a lot. So I think it's really important to try and maintain a happy environment by doing all you can to make it a happy environment. And sometimes it just takes little things, like sometimes it doesn't even, you know, take buying a whole cast boxes of donuts, you know what I mean? That's kind of like an expensive way of making everyone happy. But sometimes it's small things like just in warm-up, going around every individual person and just saying, hi, how are you? How's your weekend been? Or how's your day been? What you've been up to today? Just checking in with everyone. You kind of take things like that for granted. And because you see everyone every day, you kind of know how they are because you've been with them for the last 24 hours. But sometimes people just really appreciate being asked how they are and whether they're okay and what's going on outside of the walls of this theatre. So I feel like that's my biggest donut this year. So sometimes it's good to ask yourself, what's your donut? What is the thing that's getting you out of bed every morning? What's the thing that you feel is the most important for you to focus on this year? And sometimes it's good to ask yourself that question when opportunities arise, so you can decide whether it is actually beneficial for you to put on your plate, because we all know that too much on your plate can rarely be a good thing. Thank you so much for joining me for day 3 of May, Myself and I. I have 1 bite left of this donut and thrilled. See you tomorrow.